Hello, welcome. So, last time on Thursday Miscellaneous, we played Dwarf Fortress and Kerbal Space Program. This time on Thursday Miscellaneous, we will have been playing Kerbal Space Program again. So, it has already started. It's already running in the background. Let me just switch over the sound again. Here we are. You should be able to hear the music in the background. So let's get right to it then, hopefully. Is this? No, that's cut off. There we go. That's right? Yes, that's right. Good. So let's load in the save game. Beep, beep, bleep, bleep. Hello, Kangafango. No, don't toggle the staging yet. Ah, alright, sure. Spacey ambience, yes. Of course. Stream title. Orbital Enterer title. Yes. Hi diddly ho. Should I? Interesting. That's an interesting way to phrase that. So last time we successfully went to space, just about. We went into space a little bit, but we had nowhere near enough stuff to get into orbit, actually, so yes. This is a science mode game, science mode save game. I did up the science reward to I think 125% around there, just so it doesn't take us long. So we get through, we get to unlock more stuff more quickly. Our last craft, so we've got two crafts. We've got the first hopper, which is just this little thing. And then we've got the first spacer, which went through a lot of iterations. And we ended up with this thing, which is not that streamlined. So let's use our new one. Let's get, the aim of this is to get something into orbit. Can I not change the title yet? Okay. I want to get people into orbit because, well, for one thing, we will have SAS, and also we're gonna get more science because people can perform experiments and stuff. We've also got the universal storage unit thing, but we actually no, we don't need that at the moment. So is this an all streamed game? What do you mean all streamed game? Meaning that you only do stuff on it on stream. Oh, right, that, yes. Orbit, hello, Mark 1. Right, but this is miscellaneous, so next time we might play something completely different. Right, so I'm using a lot of mods, and I mean a lot. If you're curious, and you want a list, then get in touch with me and I'll give you a list, but I'm not going to all that work of making a list if nobody wants it, so. Right, this is the cab, as you can probably tell. We're going to need a decoupler. That should be good. And we're going to need a parachute, which is pretty much the standard for crewed stuff. Unless it's like an airplane or an SSTO, which is a single stage to orbit. Interesting. Anyway, right, so what do we need next? Actually, what in terms of science do we have? Well, we've got the thermometer, we've got the flight computer, which is used for Kerbal Engineer, which can give us, well, stuff for flying a craft. We don't need it at the moment. This can store experiments. This is an info drive, which I think, so to show how I did or other music group editor. Displays editable pop-up window on craft launch. Okay, right. This is also the same thing as the thing above, I think. Only a different format. Maybe it does slightly different things. I don't know. Okay. Then we've got the magnetometer boom, which is a sand experiment, which we need. This thing maybe, but this well, it's not that big. I think this needs to be in. Observes the light reflective target surface, delivered low detail color. biome maps, because of the entry level components of this kind of model, it must be placed in lower orbits to operate effectively and cannot be detect resources. Be used to detect resources. Uses a small amount of power and only operates in daylight. Interesting. This is added by ScanSat, which adds a lot of nice stuff. I'm not sure if we need to get this into a polar orbit or not. So we need to have it at about 70 kilometer, which is the best range. The maximum is 250, so if we get it in a low orbit, that'll be fine. Field of view 3 degrees. And it needs electricity. Okay, so that's interesting. But we just want to get into space, basically, to start off with. Science Junior, which conducts material study. This is a cargo part that can be placed inside inventories. Good. So I think we'll actually place this inside here like that. Unless, actually, I think we can store experiments in the pod as well. Maybe. Let's see. Let's try this. Open doors. Yeah, we can look inside. Ooh, lots of interesting stuff in there. Right, we also need... We don't need the bathysphere thing, because that's for ocean. This one is the magnetometer boom from D-Magic Orbital Science. Which I think does pretty much the same thing. It's got a resurface, but we're not really gonna be landing. Okay. Right, so let's put on mystery goo. Let's also make sure that our... Tell you what, I'll put a little... I'll put a fuel tank on here, and I'll put a little engine on here. If I've got a little engine. This is the Reliant, the swivel. Let's put the... I suppose the swivel is probably better. Oh, can that change? That's interesting. It can change its look. Yeah, sure, like that. That looks nice. Okay. Just so we can see what our torque is up here. This value up there that I'm indicating. That is our torque. That is how off balance the center of thrust is as opposed to our center of mass. So I want to get that as low as possible, because that I think may be one of the reasons why we had such trouble last time. So the thermometer is so light it basically doesn't make a difference. So actually let's place that above the door there. Then, let's see. Let's place on... Well, how heavy is this? 0.75, 0.5. Let's put on... If we put one on here, you can see now we've got a little bit of torque. If we put two on like that, we don't have any torque, because now it's symmetrical again. We could alternatively also put one on here, and then we can put the multi-resolution scanner on like that. And actually, no, that's giving us even more torque. Why is that? I think it's because this one's too heavy. Okay, well, let's see. If I place this here, and then if we do two of these, no, that's not going to be good. Okay, so let's just focus on getting it into orbit. Let's place two of these goo containers like that. And I want to conduct a... Well, actually, how heavy is the magnetometer boom? 0. It's quite light. Okay. Well, what if we just add one of these, but at a bit of a better angle? Like that. Well, that gives a little bit of torque, but that shouldn't be that huge of an issue. Okay, what sort of reaction control stuff do we have? Also, could you please retract? Yes, good. Well, we've got these control things. We've got a small inline reaction wheel, which I think the radially mounted ones are a bit better. They give 1 torque in each direction. and they require electric charge. But I think just to stay, just to have a little bit more safety, let's see if we can have. Well, I don't suppose we need them. We can test it beforehand. I'll reach out in a little while. Don't worry. Also, I want to test if anybody can get experiments out and then put them back in the cab, basically. I know it's not a cab. Ah, we've got the service bays. We've got the service bay. So we can put stuff in there. Actually, that may be very... Actually, how big is that? Huh. That may be very useful. Interesting. So if we take this off and put the service bay down here, then open the bay doors. Open. Then we can put all the experiments that we've got in here, and then they won't cause drag and stuff, although the magnetometer boom really is going to be a bit of an issue with that. Although I suppose, well, like that's pretty straight. If we place this in the middle, we'll place one of them in the middle. Let's place a different one. I may be overdoing it a bit. This may be getting a bit too heavy. If we place one sort of there-ish. Let's just rotate it correctly. Just sort of there. Then, if we attach the thing at the bottom, we've got very, very little torque, and we can actually still extend it outwards. Right, so we can pull this in. Let's put the thermometer. Nope, not all of it, just the thermometer. Let's put the thermometer in here as well. And let's close the doors, and we can actually change the variant as well. Or does it change only stuff inside? Yeah, it changes stuff inside. I think the first one's nice. So this design relies on the fact that we can get experiments out and then put them in the cab so that they're stored up here. We may need an external hard drive, because that's what I think the experiment storage unit might be for? I don't know. Or we may not have it yet, unlocked yet. We'll see, we'll see. Right, so let's call it first. Actually, let's read chat first. Orbitalo Mach 1. Orbitalo MK1. Sure. Nice, yes. Oh, cargo storage, lovely. Magnetometer boom, eh? Aw, that engine's lovely. Put the good container on top of the craft's flag? Nah. Wow. Retract. Retracting, please wait. Retraction complete. Ooh, service bay. Service, yay! They won't cause drag and stuff? No. They won't cause drag and stuff. Oh, right. Oh, thermometer. Thanks for using my name. Of course, it's a nice name. Also, please let me know if the volume's too loud or too quiet. Now, I want to make sure to bring a pilot, because I want to see if a pilot can do this. If a pilot can take an experiment out of the actual science part and bring and store it in the thing, or if we need a scientist for this. It could be that we need a scientist for this, but I think that only it could also be that the things I want to have SAS, and I want to have the ability to store experiments in the pod, because that way we won't need to bring all the other stuff back down safely. So oh yes, thanks for using my name. Right. Also, have you read the magnetometer boom message? You mean the magicometer boom? Yes, but I read it wrongly. Okay, so let's see if we conduct material study on the Science Junior down there. We've got stuff, let's keep that. And then, can we flip this over? I'm not sure that we can. We've got SAS, of course. If I want to gently flip it over. Ever so gently. To hopefully not have stuff break. Oh, it broke. Well, that's okay. It doesn't have to be in one piece. Let's go EVA. Now let's see, if we let go, can we walk over to this thing? Can we? Oh, we can collect data. Removing the experiment will render this module inoperable. Restoring functionality will require scientists. Oh, so to restore it will require scientists, I see. So now if we remove the data, we can go over to the crew pod and we can store the experiment. So now the experiment is in the pod and we need a scientist to restore this thing. Now what I want to do is I want to revert the flight back to vehicle assembly, and then I want to see if I can put a scientist in here, because if we can put a scientist in here and the scientist, I want to see if the scientist has the SAS capabilities that a pilot does. Because at the moment these are all maximum level. I've disabled XP, so maybe everybody can do that stuff, but maybe not. That's what I want to test this time. Magicometer room. Ah, alright. Ooh, yes. Interestingly enough, I think the decouplers was the thing that broke. Not anything. That was the thing that exploded. It wasn't any fuel tank or anything like that. Okay, does this... I think we've packed a scientist, right? We should... I think I did. Yes, scientist. Bob Kerman. Let's see, do we have SAS? Yes, we do. Ah, I see. We do have SAS, but we don't have any of the fancy nodes. We've only got stability assist, as well as normal, anti-normal, radial out, and radial in. However, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. We don't need any more. So, also this will not get us into orbit. So, I think that this is probably good. Do we have ladders? Ladders might be useful. Open bay doors. Open doors, yes. Okay, that should work. Do we have ladders? Let's go back to vehicle assembly building. Alright, gotcha. Right, it should be in utility. No, we don't have ladders, unfortunately. Okay. It's fine, it's fine. We've also got these cameras. We can activate with U. Let's just display this. So you can see we've got this camera here, for example. We can place this down. We can have it, for example, face downwards. If we place this camera there, just a little tiny thing there. This is added by JSI mod. If we do this now, if we play, if I hold U, we should be able to see. Oh, V'ger, hello. How are you? Hey, thought I saw tumbleweed in chat then, but it was just a mirage. A mirage. Oh, camera, what does that do? Oh. So, if I hold U, shift U, does that work? Oh, or does it have to be activated first of all? Not sure. Maybe it's a thing on the right. Or maybe it's inside. Haha. View. Is there any sort of display in here? Anything? So there's a bit of thing in my throat for some reason. Oh, or maybe it's this thing. This menu. Nope, that's the inventory. Where is it? That's not the right thing. That is flight engineer. We don't need that at the moment. Huh. That's odd. I'm not sure how that works. The part did say to press U. Maybe I'd need to press and hold U, I mean. Maybe I need to give it a... is use the lights. Maybe I need to give it a different... maybe I need to assign it differently. That's odd. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's revert and let's attach this to an actual rocket, because this will not... well, this will not get us into orbit. Right, so let's... yeah, well, let's just have a look at it again. Utility, camera. Right-click. J is I, external camera selector. Hold down U to display all the camera fields of view at once. Oh, so this is... oh, this is not for... this is just for in the editor. Oh, of course. Oh, well, then I don't know how this works. I have no idea how that works. I'll have to look into that at some point. Oh, well, we've got radially attachable parachutes, so we could just bring the entire thing down, but then it might be destroyed in the water. So, let's attach it to an actual rocket. That'll be useful. Right, so, decouplers. We need a normal decoupler. Yes, with a... yeah, with a shroud, probably. As for the texture, I think we can have the normal white texture. Now we need more fuel down here. Let's have... these are liquid fuel and oxidized at the moment, yes. Let's just have 4. And let's put down the... sure, let's use the Reliant, which is a bit of a stronger one. And let's also strap on some solid rocket boosters. 4 of them should do nicely. Sure, the Thumper ones, those seem like they're the right size. And they of course need nose cones. I don't think we've got struts yet, which is concerning, but it should be fine. Let's put a few fins on as well, because we have got SAS, so those will probably be useful. In here as well, probably. Let's see, so we've got quite a high ISP. Stage 6. Okay, those fire, then these decouple, and we need to fire that at the same time. Then this decouples, we need to fire that at the same time, then this decouples, and that fires off the parachute. So, let's see. We've got an ISP in stage 4 of basically 3, then 2, then 5 at the top one. Well, maybe we can add a little bit more fuel to the top one, because we have, I think, in utility got these universal storage tanks. How much fuel do they hold? Oh, oxygen, hydrogen, monopolar, liquid fuel. Wait, so can these be used for this stuff? We've got oxygen, hydrogen, monopropellant, liquid fuel, and oxidizer. There we go. But it's only 4. No, that's way too small of an amount. We've got... okay, let's just see how this does. And we are still packing a scientist? Yes, good. Let's reach that first. Well, let's go onto the launch pad first. Hey! Right. Hello. Oh, camera. What does that do? Oh, yes. I've been making more Eliza killing bad guys, Doomslayer style. Ooh, yikes. Yes, yikes. What kind of bad guys? On the tone of that, I would suggest you play Sunset Overdrive. I've never heard of it. Ah, this? Let's have a look. Ah, that has an age restriction on it. That bodes well. Doesn't look like the kind of game I'd enjoy, really. Nah. But thank you for the suggestion, though. Never heard of that before. What's left of Mubarak's army after 20 years? Alright, that includes Valentina. Ha! We've not got Valentina, but there is a Valentina Kerman in this. Yes, all the Kerbals have Kerman as the last name. They apparently hatched from the same brood, all of them. I don't know. Or maybe they're part of one consciousness, and that's why when one of them dies, they just return back and materialize back on the planet and sign up again, because they didn't actually die, because it's one connected consciousness, perhaps. Hello, Slovak Eagle. How are you? Exactly, yeah, I'm doing fine. You? Right. Let's see. Rocket time. Give 'em hell, my little soldier. Queen Julia, second, watching the news from the raid. Oh yes, Valentina, come in. Hi, yes, I'm doing fine. You? Well, that depends entirely on how the rocket does. This may or may not get to orbit. It may or may not get to space. This is the first test. We've packed all sorts of nice stuff in it, though. So let's have a look. Hey, welcome. We've got SAS this time, so that's good. So let's just launch. 3, 2, 1. Oops, sorry, I forgot my thing. There we go. 0. It better gets into orbit. Yeah, otherwise I will slap it. Well, I think that's the least of its worries, if it doesn't get to orbit. Thing. Welcome, yes. ACT thing. Dun 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 dun. It's really the first test anyway, so think of this more as a simulation. Alternatively, it will slap itself into the ground. Yeah, basically. How fast are we going? We're about to reach the sound barrier. There we go, Mach 1. Mach 1, Mach 1. Dun da 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 dum dum da dum 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 dum. Oh, this thing, I should probably perform all science experiments here. That one we can reset, that one we can reset. And this one's still moving. That one we can reset. It's not got its... this one we can keep. And then we'll need to manually reset it. Close the doors, please, yes. Once we can shed these tanks... Actually, we should have probably started our gravity turn at this point. Oh, bit laggy. Bit laggy. Come on. Don't know why it's laggy. Maybe it's the FAR thing. Farm aerospace that adds more lag. Probably. Let's turn a bit as well. Oh, it does not like to turn a lot. Interesting. But well, we are in the atmosphere still, so... Ooh, getting really quite fast. These solid rocket boosters are really doing a good job at accelerating us, but we're going straight up, which isn't great. Also, we're getting quite hot, which is also not great. There we go. And let's detach and go. Dum 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 dum. Okay, let's just wait a little bit until we're a little bit higher up, because we are actually going to make it to space. We are actually going to make it to space with this design, basically. Our apoapsis, which is the Kerbal version of apogee, is about just under 80 kilometers, so we should make it into space without issue. But getting back down is because we can't. If we go back straight down, it'll burn up. We need to come down at an angle to use the atmosphere to slow us down before we can do more stuff, like landing, for example. And now that we're getting quite high up, we're about 36 kilometers high. We should soon be able to start our burn. And this is not the swivel engine we've got on the back of this. This is the other one. I think, is it the Reliant? Yes, which is the non-swiveling one. Swivel is when the nozzle changes direction, which allows you to turn the craft while thrusting, basically. So, let's just start burning now. And look at those beautiful particle effects. That's the waterfall mod there. We basically just need to burn this direction for a while. Let's have a look at our map. Well, actually, we don't need to have a look at our map, because we can see our periapsis height all the way over here. So our periapsis height needs to actually climb out. It's at the moment negative 500 kilometers. I'm not sure if we're gonna have enough momentum in this to actually get us to orbit, but we're definitely getting to space, so reliably getting to space is a good start. We are now in space, so can we perform more science from here? Yes. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Keep all of that, yes. Oh, the thing hasn't opened. That's a little bit concerning. Let's just... Can we toggle it? Yes, please. Yeah, just glitch your way back through there without causing any issues. Thank you. Thank you. Very nice of you. We are on a suborbital trajectory at the moment. Not quite there. That's blown out, so now let's decouple that. We've now only got this tiny little tank here, but that should have quite the kick, so let's have a look at what we can do with this. Yeah. Don't want to put the G's too high, even though it doesn't really matter. Because I don't have blackouts on. Or redouts, or whatever they're called. Actually, we may get into orbit. We may do. Come on. Ish. We're going to get into orbit-ish. Not quite. We've got a yeah, not quite. We've got 20 kilometers high. So, I think we spent too much energy getting an apoapsis of 400 kilometers. And not enough going sideways. If we started going sideways a bit sooner, we would have gotten into orbit. But this is very useful, because now we can EVA and do a perform all signs. Yeah, keep that. And then I can I reach this from here? Not quite. If I go back down a little bit, don't go too far. We do have RCS on these. That's fine. Okay, we can collect data here. Yes, remove the data. Then restore the experiment. Open this. Yes, I know, it looks very precarious. It's fine, hopefully. The goo... Collect the data. Yes. Restore that goo. Okay. Then collect the data from the magnetometer. Boom. Take data. Okay, that doesn't need to be reset. And this one, the other goo... Come on. Select it. I think it's too far away. That's okay. Well, it isn't really. Let's select this one. Let's take that data as well. Item stored. Let's put all the data in... Store experiments. Yes, put all the data in the cab. And then let's... I think we need to get over to the other side to be able to collect the data from this. So let's quickly let go. Turn on our RCS, of course. And then let's just ever so slight... I mean, how can I... Okay, how can I... I should be able to turn. Oh, I need to hold the button and then I can turn like that. That's a little bit annoying. Why is it like that? Is there a... Oh, I need to hold spacebar. I remember. I need to hold spacebar and then I can change the angle that it's facing. And is it shift? Shift and control to go up and down, of course. Okay, so let's go up a little bit. Go over here. And now can I... Yes, now I can collect the data from this. Yes, remove the data. Restore it. And now I need to safely get back in. And we are luckily also already on a suborbital trajectory, so we're not stuck up here. We're actually... Well, we are actually still going up quite quickly, but we will go back down again, I assure you. Okay, and hopefully not at a too steep angle, so let's board. Oh, it's already stored. Oh, it's already stored. Oh, well, that's fine. Sure, get back in. Okay, so now we've done all this stuff. Once we get into high orbit, I want to try to run all these experiments again. So let's just fast forward a bit. going to be on the night side, which is interesting. Okay, slow down here. I'm not sure if this counts as high orbit or not, but it's the highest we're gonna get, basically. So if we perform all sciences... high over carbon, yes. Okay, so get all of this stuff. And we're going to need to do our little thing again. So EVA. And they actually do also have lights on their helmets, which is nice. So let's actually perform all science here as well. Sure, keep that. Now, I basically need to do the same thing. So go back down a couple steps, just like that. Then collect data from back here. Yes, remove the data. I guess we can restore it. That's fine. Don't really need it anymore. Collect data from mystery goo. And then restore that. Collect data from the magnetometer boom. And the thermometer as well, if at all possible. Where is it? Is it on the other side? Yes, there it is. Take that data as well. And then basically shove it all in the command pod. There we go. All items stored. And now let's board again. Good. And now we don't need this back bit anymore. So at the moment we're coming in at sort of this angle. That should be fine. I'm going to quick save just in case. So now let's decouple. There we go. And let's fast forward. So that's just gonna deorbit itself as well. Here we go. Approaching, approaching, approaching. This should work without a hitch, basically. The kitchen took a switch. Actually, look! We're not going to land on this turn. We're going to fly through. Oh, of course. Because the decoupler gave us a little bit more momentum. I think that's the reason why. So we're actually... if we can actually go inside as well. And look, we can look out of the window. We can see carbon there. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of aero braking. Actually, you know what? Let's face retrograde. Let's see if that changes our path at all. Let's do a little bit. It should be fine. This, by the way, has a heat shield built in, if I remember correctly. Probably does. Okay, so we've just entered the atmosphere, the outer atmosphere. We are going to just glide through a little bit of an aero brake, and then we're going to go back out and then do it again. Oh, also, look at that little point. Look at that little dot there. This is a mod that I've got, the distant objects mod. That little green dot there, if we go over it, you can see that's Jewel. That's another planet. Usually you can't see them from this far away, but now we can. That's one of the outer planets. If we go to the map, we can see that is actually this planet, the green one there. Also, this is getting a bit hot, but that's okay. No, come on, keep pointing retrograde. That should do fine. Hopefully this will work. Okay, so our periaps is going down and down and down and down. That's nice. It is getting quite hot. Hopefully this will work. If not, we can just revert and try to put another heat shield on if we have those, but I'm not sure that we do. Okay, so if we zoom in... oh, we're only... oh, now we are landing. Oh, well, that's interesting. Or is that on the next go-around? No, that is definitely this go-around. That's odd. Why doesn't that mod work? It should have accounted for that. Oh, and that thing that's exploding, that was just exploding, that was the other stage. Hopefully this will work. If we spin it, maybe? Ah, yes, spinning it. That is going to reduce heat, hopefully. It's going to slow us down, definitely, which is useful. I hope it's going to slow us down. I hope this will work. Okay, this is actually reducing a little bit of our heat because we're now using the parachute, which isn't maybe that useful. It is, the parachute is overheating slightly, but not a lot. So it's not slowing us down as much as we would hope, but at least it got a little bit of the heat off. Let's see. Is this going to work? We are slowing down significantly. I mean, we're down to 1.5 kilometers a second. So, I know that doesn't seem that slow, but the heat is reducing. You can see the little bar is going down and down and down. Oh, now it's gone away completely. So, it has worked. And power ran out, so we don't have any SAS anymore. But, that should be fine. I know we're supposed to slow down with a flat end, but I would turn it the other way to distribute a little bit of the heat profile onto the parachute. So... yeah. Hello, Mr. Snipes, as well. Hello. So yeah, it worked. I think it only just worked, though. So we definitely need heat shields. Also, wait, where are we landing? Oh, we're landing here. I never did visit this place before. I think there might be an Easter egg on that little island. If X marks the spot anywhere, then this little island there should probably be that spot. You can see we're coming down, approaching the clouds. Our other stage is actually still going a little bit. It's just back there. And that's gonna crash soon. But that's fine. Easter Egg Island. I'll rechat once we've landed. Oh, we've got SAS. No, we don't have SAS. Sorry. We can just turn it on slightly. That's not actually doing anything. Okay, so we're just... going down. Once we're at about 6 kilometers, I'll deploy the parachute. Tiny bit laggy. But it's fine. Okay, we're now at 5 kilometers. That should be good. Let's deploy the chute. There it is. And let's fast forward a bit until we land. Actually, we might be able to do... actually, no, I think we've already got the experiments from the ocean. So... there we go, it opened. Completely, I mean. Still got about 600 meters to go down. And this should get us a lot of science points. Yes, I'm running with 125 multiplier, so 125% multiplier. But even without that, it should give us a lot of stuff. There we go, 60 meters, 50. Going to splash down very nicely with some nice mountains in the distance. Sploosh. There we go. And if we do a crew report, is that going to... yeah, oh no, we haven't. That's nice. Ah. Actually, if we do an EVA, will that give us stuff as well? Perform all science, sure. Oh, I guess it's because... no, it is water. Okay, so let's board again. And now we can recover. Recover vessel. So that was suborbital. A suborbital trajectory. So it didn't quite get into orbit, but it did get us into space and into space high above Kerbin, and we got quite a bit of science. We'll see exactly how much once it's loaded. So, right. And Bob with it. Yikes. Yaps. Meanwhile, I've done the Russian cousins. Oh, right, I remember. Ah, Sun Probe. I know, the Thunderbirds Sun Probe thing. That's such a great episode of Thunderbirds. The original, Super Marination one. I based them off Jurek Einzi's Poland, the country goes. I don't know. Or soon, like moon? I don't know. I know that the sun is called Kerbal. With an O, Kerbal. I think. Uranus. Never heard of them either. Hold on. Uranus? 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 Ooh, waterfall? Where? The mod that changed the particles. Oh, there. Without, Slavic Eagle, without checking, do you know my train.nz username? There's a link. Not sure what that's for. Let me just have a little look. Hopefully it's not gonna be... Okay. I see. Talks, rants, shorts, random stuff into history. I see. And thick girls. Shades, wow, you've opened the service bay, or wasn't the part right below the crew cab, or what's the part? Yes, it was. Hold spacebar, never knew. Also, will we have voice chat today? We could do, if people want to. I mean, if someone wants to do voice chat, I think it would work probably quite well with KSP. Although, we can try it. If it works, then it's good. But if it lags too much, then we may need to do something else. But we can try it if someone's up for it. Some good old voice chat, fly through. Wow, lovely. Interview. Jewel, oh, I wish this mod came with the game. Distant objects mod, yes. Blast off. Hey, welcome. Nice toned orange suit. Looks like the one Slovak's wearing. True. Gonna be Bob Carmen Bacon if it doesn't work. Yeah, but he'll return in an hour and sign back up to the space program with all his memories, so... You are supposed to slow down with the flat end. Yes, I know, I've already explained why I didn't do that. Well, I did do it a bit. Yikes, retrograde, Easter Egg Island. Land of giant stone bunnies. Would be nice. Multiplier, what? Yes, I've got a multiplier. So the science we get is actually worth 125% of the normal base science value, just to speed the tech tree up a little bit. Would be nice, yes, already read that. Sure it is, alright, Kerbal, forget that. 25,111? Very, very close, it was 25,191, without the dot. Great guess though. Shadows, so is the multiplier a mod? No, it's a setting you can change when you create the game in the settings, in the game settings. So, we've got 250 points of science. 250 points! Because we've got all these experiments here. So now if I click next, we've got him back, that's good. So, ooh, look at that. Sunset. Nice. With scatterer mod. Oh, and look at that, there's a little planet there. I think that's Jewel as well. The text doesn't appear in this screen. But let's see what we've unlocked. Not Astronaut Complex, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the Research and Development Center. Haha. So, what can we get? I think we need heat shield. I think that's what we need. Well, we could get advanced flight control, which gives us all sorts of stuff. Power, which is useful, which gives us lights. But where's the heat thing? I think it's in flight. It might be in flight. Aerodynamics. Aviation could be nice. We could explore with a plane a little bit and then land on some more biomes to get more science. That's going to be useful. Here we've got lots of other stuff. Subsonic flight, nothing. Because this, I think, uses the community tech tree. So some of these categories are going to be empty, like, for example, subsonic flight. But that is going to feed into some stuff that has things, like, for example, efficient flight systems. Where are heat shield? They shouldn't be that advanced, I would think. Well, let's see. We can have simple... No, nothing there. We've got stuff there. Right. That doesn't have anything use. Well, it might do, but I don't see anything useful there at the moment. Okay, let's just look at what we've got available at the moment. To us. So we can get advanced rocketry, which will give us lots of engines. Liquid hydrogen engines, methane engines, hydrogen tank. We've got the Terrier, which will be useful. And we've got a bigger fuel tank, that's good. We can unlock multiple stuff, by the way, because we've got lots of things. We've got more, if we get this, so that's if we get the advanced rocketry. If we get general rocketry, we've got Oh, we've got struts. Oh, that could be very useful. We've got containers, crew cabin. We've got the universal storage stuff, I think. Or no, that's a locker, sorry. We've got adapters. Oh, we've got the coupler, the bi-coupler. We've got more decouplers. And yes, we do have the universal storage bay stuff, a lot of it. That could be very useful. Let's have a look at the next thing. Aviation, that's basically just going to give us loads of wings and jet engines and that stuff, and landing gear. That's also really useful. Also navigation lights. We've got landing, and that's going... Ah, here we go, heat shield. That's what I need. We've got landing legs, we've got the escape system, launch escape, we've got a bigger parachute, I think, and a landing gear. So that is in landing. We've got advanced flight control, which gives us bigger air brakes. RCS thrusters, which are like the little tiny thrusters that can help us control a craft. RCS blocks, basically loads of RCS stuff. Oh, and we've got the station core, that's nice. If we get advanced survivability, we get the bigger nose cone, that's it. Although that will lead into a thing that's empty, and then that'll lead into more command pods. We've got space exploration, which will give us... Oh, that'll give us science experiments. And the multi-resolution scanner, storage units. A work lamp, small. Work stand. Oh, that'll give us the ladder. Plus rover wheels. Plus utility stuff. That's very useful as well. We could get miniaturization, which gives us a big intelligence satellite thing. I'm not sure what that's useful for. Probably for scanning things. Docking. Antennas. Ooh, maybe we can start beaming power. Because in this you can actually beam power. And there is no sort of repercussion for being in its wake, I think. Well, there might be, but we'll see. Okay, so that's docking stuff mostly. Okay, that's fine. Got electrics, which gives us lights, as well as, I think, probe cores, maybe? Batteries. Batteries are important, and some solar panels. Oh, and Star Lamp Mark II. I wonder what that does. Recycling is empty, because we don't really have much in terms of life support. Anything, really. We've got the storage technology, which gives us... basically what it says on the tin. It gives us universal storage items. Okay, so... first things first. We need to get landing to get the heat shield. That's important. Then... oh, we could get advanced landing, which gives us support stuff, I think. Landing gear, better heat shield stuff. Okay, that's okay. We don't need it at the moment. Next thing. Next important thing. Of course, the rockets would be nice. But I think we'll go with aviation next. To unlock that stuff. We could go now with aerodynamics, which gives us more air intakes, more aerodynamic stuff, basically. Subsonic flight is empty. And I think... and we've got 115 left. I think I'll go with electrics next, because that will give us solar panels. Now we've got 25. I doubt we can... no, we can't buy anything with 25. Okay, so that's... I mean, that was a useful spend, so now I've got lots more stuff. Right. Gotcha. Wow! Ooh, sky! Oh, so you have to spend points on empty ones just so you can then spend points again on ones that have stuff in them? Yes, but that's because of the community tech tree, because that adds those a lot of those slots for mods to populate, and if I don't have mods that populate stuff, then I won't get anything for it, but it's okay. We're gonna need a bigger fuel tank. True. Buy coupler? Buy coupler! Ooh, work lamp! Star lamp Mark II! I wonder who made that. I wonder. Right, so I think next we could try our hand at a plane. I think we'll do that. Sorry, we need to create one first. I think we'll try our hand at a plane. So I'm not sure if we've got enough stuff for it yet, but because if we do that, then we can take off and land in, say, the plains, get science there. Then we can land in the foothill, the highlands. We can land in the mountains, desert maybe, depending on how far we can get. So we'll see how this goes. Oops, so this is the space plane hangar. Slightly different thing. And this skybox out there is the very old default Unity skybox. I've used that many times and in myself, and it is very nice. Okay, so fuel tanks. Let's use the Mark 1 liquid fuel slash because that carries. Actually, that's the Mark 0, that small one. No, Mark 1. Mark 1. That carries liquid fuel because we don't need oxidizer, because we get our oxidization from the oxygen in the atmosphere. So wait, switch tank? No, that's fine. We don't need that. Okay, so let's just say take 2. Maybe that should be fine. Engines, we've only got one jet, which is the Juno basic. That's a tiny one, which means we'll probably need a bit of an adapter. Do we have an adapter? It should be an aerodynamic? No. Ah, I see. Okay, right. Never mind. Because the way this works is I think we're supposed to have smaller tanks on the side. So mirrored like that. Not like that. Like that. Let's see if I enable the center of mass. That's where our center of mass is. And our center of lift, which at the moment we don't really have one. But that will tell us how balanced the vehicle is, essentially. Let's add 2 more then let's put these a little bit further back. I don't think this has fuel cross-feed. So, well, although it may have. We may need fuel lines for that. We'll see. I don't have fuel lines unlocked yet. Because the little jet engines fit quite nicely on that. So, that's nice. Now, however, at the end, what should we add there? Basically, I think just a little nose cone. Although, well, I guess a service bay might work. Let's put the service bay up front. And then let's actually... Do we need one? Do we need an aerodynamic nose cone at the back? I think it might look better if we have one. So, now, what do we have? Ooh! Space hangar. The place I've spent most of my KSP time in. I would say, at least, that or flying / driving around. Shades, do you need cross feeds? Fuel ones? Yeah, I'm not sure. If we do, then I'll just empty these central tanks. Okay, so now we need to have an air intake, which the small circular ones we've got, those are fine. So the air comes in the front, it gets accelerated, and basically with fuel, and then it comes out, and then, well, we've got a jet plane. Okay, so, what do we need? Well, I think it needs wings, which, yeah, that's a fair point. Let's see if we can put wings on. We've got these swept wings, which I'm not sure how well they would work. Come on, we need center of... Don't we have aerodynamic overlay? I'm sure we should have one. That's odd. Why doesn't it display that? Is it because of far? Let's see. That doesn't seem to work quite right. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Well, maybe worry, but should be fine. What other stuff do we have? We have these ones, which I think these ones might work a bit better, because we can actually build our own wings with these. So instead of having the swept ones, we have ones that are kind of swept back like that, and then we can actually move these parts independently. We can actually disable the snapping as well. So then we can move them in like that slightly. Not sure if this will actually look good in the end. We'll see. Well, let's see if we delete that part. Okay, well, if we delete this part, then put this part on instead. Then we could put another one of... is these ones or the other ones? What's the difference? Oh, there's a cargo part. Oh, I see. What's the difference? Oh, I see what the difference is. Much bigger one. Huh. Okay, then yeah, let's use another one of the small ones. Just sort of like that. Not sure if that's going to work. Ah, we've just had a little tiny center of lift in the middle there. We've got it there now, so that's nice. We need ailerons. I think they're ailerons, these ones. The surface, the wing things, the control surfaces. Something like that. We need tail fins, of course. Let's try having two like this. That's going to bring our center mass back a little bit. That should be fine. Let's put down landing gear. Okay, we've got navigation lights. Not sure if we need those. But those are base game. Let's see, anyway, what do we need? Landing gear. Is it not in utility? Oh no, it's got a separate tab, right, landing gear. So, I think we want ones that can be folded in. That seems a bit odd. So let's have these ones there. Then let's have a little one in front, maybe that'll work. This one can't be folded in, but that should be fine. That looks like it's roughly the same height-ish. I'm not sure if we can make it up there without climbing. So I think we've unlocked the ladder. Maybe? Do we? Have we? I think... No, we don't. We haven't unlocked it. That should be fine. That should be fine. So, let's open... all bays, yes. Open those. And let's see if we can... what science experiments we can put in there. So, a thermometer, definitely. Let's turn it around so it's facing the right way. Mystery goo, definitely. Need to pack one of those. Always need a mystery goo. This is the barometer. We're not looking to go into water. No, barometer works in the atmosphere. That's great. That's great. The other thing, the bathysphere one, that works in... that only works in the water. Oh, we've got the radar antenna, which is a scan set thing. That might work. Magnetometer boom, I'm not sure. Sure, we can pack one of those as well. Let's have it face outwards a little bit though, like that. Well, I'm not sure if that'll... Will that close properly? I think it'll be poking through a little bit. Let's move it back in a little bit more. Like that? Sure. Let's try that. Science Junior. It would be nice to have it. Yeah, that'll fit in quite nicely. It would be nice to have Science Junior, but I'm not sure how well this will fly yet. Especially with the Ferrum Aerospace mod. Which I'm not entirely convinced that we'll keep yet anyway, but we'll see. Okay, so that's all nice and done. So, what's left to do? Well, I suppose we could test fly it. Yeah, but it only changes the inside bit. Let's put some navigation lights on, sure. Just on the tips of our wings. See how that'll work. Also, the landing gear have lights built in. So let's do close biome hopper. This may or may not go well. Let's pack... not a pilot, let's pack a scientist. And let's have a go. This is interesting. It's going to be interesting. Especially, yeah, with the Therm Aerospace mod, which will make this a little bit more difficult to fly. Especially land. Oh, one thing. I need to do one thing. I need to reduce the suspension in the landing gears, because I found that it will often bounce a lot if you, at least with this mod installed, I'm not sure how it's without the mod, at least with the mod installed it will bounce a lot. So I will need to do that. Center of lift, do you mean? The cyan one? Yes. Maybe why? Should I flaps? Re-ailerons? I don't know, maybe. Navi lights, yes! Ladders and utility, yeah. Oh, you can change the base design, Shadays. Alright, oh thanks, really glad they improved the lights and added them. Yeah, let's not pick a pilot. Yes. So, actually, these ones don't seem to have... That's odd. These ones don't seem to have a spring thing. Interesting. Right, so, okay. Let's just try it. Yeah, I want to pick a scientist because I want to reset the experiments. So that when we go to a biome, we can reset them, and then when we go to the next biome, we can do them again and get more science points, because the science is dependent on which biome you're at/over. That makes sense. Good. Let's actually wait until the next morning arrives. So let's fast forward to morning. There we go. That should be fine. Let's see how this goes. So, if this goes poorly, then it's just a simulation, because in reality you would do simulations before you put something on the runway, but we can't do that in the game. So, see it as simulation. So let's launch the engines. I'll get this up. And let's actually turn on the lights as well. Will that work? Oh. Okay. So let's see if we can launch. It's already at a little bit of an angle, which isn't great. Also, I must be careful not to accidentally hit the rear of it when taking off. Also, may not have enough control surface. Nope, that's interesting. Will it fly? Well, it's on the ground. Nope, it won't. Okay. We don't have enough control surface. Not control surface, lifting surface, I mean, sorry. And exactly what I thought would happen happened. We need to... Let's just put the landing gear. These are they guys? They're not really guys. They're landing legs. Let's put them back just a little bit. Actually, let's give a little bit more. Oh, not that. No, that was actually quite useful where it was. Now I want this thing off. And now let's give it a bit more in terms of actual lifting surface, if that's the right word. Then let's have them back. That is now brought it way too far back, our center of lift. Although not much too much. Oh, it's not mirrored. There we go. That explains it. Actually, yeah, we need to move this a little bit forward. Let's move that there. there. And this here, of course. And now we can move this one back a bit further. Just sort of there. That should give us a bit more stability. And actually, could we theoretically also put the tail fins on like that to help with rolling? I think we can. Also, these ones I want to disable steering in the back, because I think that was part of the issue, that we were just steering too much. We still do have science, yes. Okay. Eek! Poom. Yeah. It was only a simulation. We made some adjustments to the design. And so now we can continue again. Here we are. Fast forward to sunrise. Maybe we should strut this up as well, but we'll see. Would it be good if simulations were an actual thing you could do in this game? I would say yes. You can see how it's already kind of springing a bit. That's not really what I want. Let's try it. If it just zoom in on one of the Kerbal's monitors. True. Or maybe just put a visual effect on the actual game. You can't earn any science that way, probably. And maybe even... Actually, yeah, but I mean, that might work. Let's see how this goes. We could always attach more engines. Also, is this actually being used? I think it is. It might be. So we're going quite a bit quicker than we were before. Can we take off now, maybe? Maybe not. We'll see. I think the design is flawed. Also, we need to strut those wings in. It might take off, but landings... Oh, now that... Ooh, that's... No, that wasn't great. Haha, let's revert that again. So, let's attach the wings with the struts, because if you looked at that, then they were actually... they were actually not connected. They were flapping about independently. I don't want that. So we have unlocked the struts, I believe. Let's have a look if we can apply them. Do we have struts anywhere? Oh, or did I not unlock them? I may have not unlocked them. Ah. Well... Okay, well then let's see if we can just attach this to the thing like that. So we're actually attaching it to the wing, to the other wing. And then if we move it backwards... like that, so then it's actually attached to the wing, not to the base. And then do that. Then we can move that as well. That might help. Oh, also mirror, of course. Now, the thing that Farm Aerospace does, one of the things, is that basically what it does is it actually has a look at the profile of the craft and then calculates if it would fly or not. With the base game, you could basically just take a whole bunch of wing surfaces and stick them inside each other, and then it would work, because it would count those and say, okay, you've got this much surface, you've got this much lift, so it will lift. I think a problem is that these are actually too far back, because this way we have to push ourselves up against the ground. Let's actually move those forward a bit again. Also, maybe this. Maybe if we can move this tank just a little bit in. Maybe just a little bit up. Tiny amount, like that. Maybe that will help as well. But now we have to look at the center of mass and lift again. It would be helpful if the lift would show up properly. Which it does, so that's nice. Let's try that. And then the craft would be represented by very low poly models with a 5x5 mile flat map. Oh, maybe. And 2 runways. That flight just then reminded me of Concords. True. Sure does. Struts are in structural. It would be. Mirror, mirror, standing so tall. Which craft's the safest of them all? Guttural voice. Blah. Why? Oh, I see why. Never mind. Let's give it another try. I'm tempted to take Ferrum Aerospace out of the game, because I think that a lot of the issues we've been having so far is because of that mod, and I think it would just take too long to get used to it and how that actually works for these streams, I would say. But we can try, we can have it in for a bit longer. Nah, it's a fine blag. Okay. Fast forward till morning. Yes, yes, yes. Here we are. Let's see how this works. Actually, I'm going to turn on the sensitive controls, because that might make it so we can lift off a bit better. Also, another issue might be we just weren't fast enough. Straight on till morning. Haha. Yes, the reference. I get it. Can we lift off? Not quite. Almost. We almost could lift off. Almost. There we go. It is kind of, but it's not. Oh, we lost our back thing. That's not useful. So it wants to pitch down. That's not. Okay, it is kind of flying, but it just really wants to pitch down, and now it's turning. Yeah, that's not great. I think... Peter Pfanne. True. Let's give it another try. Let's move the wings, or the weight. Let's move the weight a bit more. Okay, actually, tell you what. Let's see if we can get rid of the second fuel tank. That would have the benefit of making it a bit lighter, as well as moving the center of mass a bit more forward, which may... Actually, would that help? Actually, no. We need to move it back. Well, maybe we can move it around like this. So if we move this kind of like that. That might do a bit better, even though it looks slightly odd. Also, could we just put more of these engines? I mean, we could... Okay, I'll put just one more, a third one in the center. Maybe that'll help. But now the center of lift is really just... that thing has takeoff speed of about 155 knots. Started to lift around 80 meters a second. True. The thing requires as much speed to take off as a 747 to land. Yeah, it's not... I'm not used to the mod that changes the physics. I may take it out, and then we can see how it'll go. I mean, this is certainly an interesting design. Does it work? Okay, no, let's put the thing back. Let's put the fuel tank back. Let's put just the third engine on the back there. The thing is, it was trying to just turn, and then it just didn't work. If you take that mod out, this will be a mini rocket. True. No, it's not. The mod doesn't add the wings. The mod changes the physics itself. So, well, you're right. The speed. Let's see. Well, we can give it another try. Surely. Yes, we can. And don't call me Shirley. Well, maybe we can put these winglets at kind of a different angle. Maybe if we do put these. Let's just try having one. Try having one like that. So you need more weight at the back, I assume. Yeah, that's what I was trying. Let's. Or a little bit more lift at the front. One second, let me just try something. I know that's a very great start to a sentence when dealing with these things. What if we just add these 2 more winglets there? Would that help? It might. Push the engine further back. Well, we could. We could. But the thing is, I don't really want to make it more. I don't really want to make it heavier. And then, I mean, it's fairly balanced. I did move this one further back, add another engine for a little bit more speed, added these winglets at the front. Let's try this. Landing's gonna be fun. Let's try this, then we will see. True. It would be interesting to see how this performs now. And then if we take the mod out, and then see how it performs. Trev. Also, I've got a really fun route for tomorrow's Train Simulator stream. A really fun one. I'm just gonna say that now. It's a really fun one. I really, really like it. So, let's have a try. Firm Aerospace says okay, that should work. Experimenting, yes. A fun route, yes. Let's put on the fine controls. Okay, we're at 60 meters a second, 70, 80. Can we lift? Maybe? A little bit? Nope, exactly. I mean, now that it's lost that thing in the back, it's flying fine. Well, fine, maybe a bit of an overstatement. Yeah, it's really wanting to turn. It really wants to twist and fly backwards, I feel, which isn't great, as you might assume. Also, the fact that we lost the end thing, the back thing, isn't great. Revert the flight. Push the wings more to the front and try that. Yeah, I think one of the mistakes we've mistake. Yeah, I think I also need to have the landing gear. The thing is, if I have the landing gear further forward, it will be easier to take off, because then we don't need to push as much stuff in the ground behind us, because we'll pivot around our center of mass. But that way, basically, the tail will just crash onto the ground like it did the last 2 tries. So let's move the landing gear further back, if we can do that, maybe. Let's move it back to here. And let's try, you'll play Algadoo tomorrow? Probably not. I know, because of fun. One of my scenarios on London Brighton? No. Push the wings more to the front and try that. Yes. Try this. Get rid of the tank, Ben. It's weighing us down. Crash. Aye, boss. Okay, let's see. council work. I can push these forward to that extent. And now that this is all attached to one thing, we can pull that forward as well. Oh! Oh? XDD. Okay. So now it should take off a little bit more easily, but in terms of actual control, I have no idea. Also, I think the winglets at the ends aren't great. I think they're not helping at all. Maybe we can add a more static thing. Maybe more something like this. Also something that's mirrored, preferably. Let's check that. Is it mirror? Yes, there we go. Let's see. See, this is what I meant by rockets are easier usually than planes. Okay, usual deal. Let's fast forward. We should really do this fast forwarding in the menu, so it'll stay. So let's see. Will this work? Yes or no? Oh, sounds like you've got VC after all. True. Turn on fine controls. 40 meters a second, 50. Let's try it at 60. Would that work? Nope. 70. Nope. 80. Come on. It's not taking off. We're traveling at 100 meters a second, and it actually isn't taking off this way. 120, 130. Come on. There we go. Actually, it wants to take off, although it's not really. Yeah, look at that. Why does it do that exactly? Why does it want to? And yeah, of course we lose aerodynamics. We lose the air thing. We lose the air itself. Why does it want to do that? That's not useful. It wants to tilt that way, and I don't know why. Bob Kerman, number 4214, join the call. Sorry. Oh, you've got, yeah, so you've, sounds like you've got voice chat after all. Okay, tell you what, let's take the mod out. I'll take the mod out onto my desktop, and then we'll see how this performs. Yeah, revert back, that's fine. It will take a few minutes to load back up, because we have to quit KSP to take the mod out, but I think we'll just have more fun that way. Wow. Wow? What do you mean? Where's the atmosphere? There it is. It just took a while to load. Oh, there it is. Yes. Come on. There we go. I'll quickly switch over to the ready screen. Not offline. No, we're not offline. Ready. That's it. Okay, I need to quit the launcher as well. I don't usually use it, but there we go. Open that up. Game data. Where is it? What's it called? Ferrum Aerospace Research. There we go. Let's move that onto. No, don't link. I did not want to put an alias on the desktop. I wanted to move it to the desktop. There we go. Now that's out of the game. Now we'll start it back up in the background. KSP. And it'll take a minute or 50 to load, but should be fine. I'll get back to you once it's loaded. Right. Should be fun. Which mod was it? It was the Ferrum Aerospace Research mod, which changes the aerodynamic physics to act. Basically what the mod does is it makes it more realistic. It takes a whole bunch of rays from the direction that a craft is moving in. So it basically hits with a whole bunch of rays and gets an outline of where the profile of the vessel is in the direction that it's moving. And then it takes the angles, the normal angles of the surfaces of where the rays hit, and then calculates how much lift the vessel should have and exactly how it should behave, which is a lot more realistic than a stock game does it. Now that's fun, but it would need a lot of time to really get used to, I think. I think that's the experience. Unless it just doesn't have anything to do with it, and then the craft's basically just rubbish, which is also a possibility. But yeah, so that's what the mod does. Yes. It's actually a very old mod. It's a mod that was made when KSP was in its infancy, and because back then a lot of the things that Ferrum Aerospace does, like for example having varying pressure, like having varying effects of the atmosphere, so you can actually bounce off of the atmosphere. That is something that's been added to the stock physics system, which has been updated over time. So it's not strictly necessary, just thought it would be a fun mod, but we'll see how it goes. Gotcha. Thanks. Launching funnyquips.app. Not completely nighttime there yet. Launch unsuccessful. Terminating program. Yes. It's currently calculating trajectories and conquering space, apparently, according to the loading screen, which I'm not sure if it's entirely trustworthy. Show us the loading screen, maybe? There. Inventing witty loading screen hints, researching a safe distance, or reaching a safe distance. Reverting to launch. We've done a lot of that. There you go, now you've seen it. Ha! XD. Thanks. Not quite there yet. It's falling with style, which is a nice Toy Story reference. Nice blue lighting out there from the sky. Ah, nice, yes. Almost done. Should be able to hear the music any moment. Oh, hold on. Need to quickly check something. Ah, there we go. That's better. And dot dot dot. There we go. I'm expecting a yay in chat. Or a message telling me that I'm not getting one. Or that I am getting one. Yay, there we go. Crickets. Right, so actually let's fast forward to morning here. Just so we don't have to do it every time in the thing. Okay, now let's see if we can launch. Okay, let's launch it. Oh, we've got two versions. One of them is probably the autosave one. Not sure which is which. Interesting. Let's lead one of them. Yeah. Let's try this one. Let's just try it with the exact... 1 second. Yeah, one second. I just want to be sure we don't... I just want to be sure we pack... I thought, where's... Oh, is it on the launch pad? Is it still... It's probably... Yeah, of course it is. Of course it's still on the runway. There we go, runway. Imagine this theme, but with the Banjo-Kazooie font. That would be ridiculous and also probably entertaining. I think the future is probably with rocketry instead of airplanes, but airplanes are useful as well. Well, space planes is kind of a mix of both, so... Right, so let's see how it does without Ferrum Aerospace. Let's just try. The brakes are off, yes. Oh, here we go, yes. It looks like one of those ankylosaurids with those shoulder spikes on it. That's what it looks like. Oh, what is it called? The big one. Not no, not big. The one with those huge things. It's a type of ankylosaurid. Well, it certainly seems to be accelerating quite a bit more slowly. That's no. Shrug up, kids. No, not kids. We need trained scientists on board. Can lift off now? Not quite. 70, 80 meters a second. Lift off maybe. If you want to. Just checking. Don't have to, of course. And if you prefer to stay on the runway, that's absolutely fine too. Lift off. Not quite. Might be too heavy. 120 meters a second. There we go. Well, see, that's already much more stable. Yeah, so you can see it doesn't want to immediately spin around out of control, which is useful. See how much easier this is? It's not going to work, this design, for what I wanted to do, because I wanted to be able to take off and land on different locations, and if it needs a drop-off, also if it's too loud or too quiet, please let me know. If it needs a drop-off to land, then that's not going to be, or to take off, then that's not going to be useful. So, also let's try and see if we can land this safely, because that's another part of the puzzle. I mean, we could just put parachutes on, which is not a bad idea, actually. Audio output is fine. Audio output's fine, good. See, this is so much easier. Let's see if it bounces or if it doesn't bounce. I hope it doesn't bounce, but it may bounce. It's also, of course, dependent on the angle that we touch down at. It's actually quite good at gliding. That's interesting. Actually, it didn't bounce. That's interesting. That's not. Oh, it is bouncing a little bit in the front. Look at that. See, that's what I mean. It's bouncing. Shouldn't do that. We can land. That's good. It does take us a while to brake, though. Okay, come on, we have to stop now, really. It's getting a bit out of hand. The rolling. Well, if we could increase the brake strength to maybe 100% on these back ones, that might help a bit. So, now, next thing. Let's see if we can get out and perform the experiments and all that stuff. So, we can perform all science. And since we're here, we do get a few points, which are useful. And also, please open. I should remember to open the bay doors before I extend the magnetometer boom. Okay. Actually, tell you what. Let's shut down the engines. Let's just shut them down. Okay. So now EVA. And get that helmet off. We don't need the helmet or the neck ring. Bob, yes. So, can you take an EVA report, maybe? Yes. Can you take service sample from here? Yes, good. So now, if I... Actually, should I... Okay, let's actually board again. Let's get the landing gear down. Just so we can... The chance of us actually getting back in are a bit higher. Now let's EVA. Let's let go. Come on, let go. Yes. There we are. Now let's see if we can do the same trick we did before, which is take the data and take the data from that, collect data, yes, remove data, restore it, and this thing, the pressure thing, take the data, that doesn't need any restoration, and the magnetometer boom needs to be reset as well. So let's run around it. Is it me or are we playing in slow motion? That's interesting. Let's... Come on. Too far away? Okay. There we go. Take the data from that. And can we maybe get it back in? Unextended, maybe? Okay. I mean, that's fine. That's good enough. Now let's run around to the other side. And... No, sorry. Wrong thing. Let's see. Okay, we can grab it. Okay, that'll work easily. Go back up. Board. Now can we... Actually, we need to... Now we can toggle it, get it back in. Then we can close the bay and extend the landing gear. And actually, I want to see if I EVA, can I put the data in here? No, it automatically puts it in if we board. Good, so we board again. Now let's see if we can actually take off. Actually, let's quick save, because I want to keep that data if we can't. I think maybe if we just angled it a bit slightly up, basically. That might help. Activate all the engines and go! Go! Brakes off, yes, that will help. And take off! Yep, and take off. Oh, the hills. The hills are alive with slopes. Maybe those variable winglets did help. Come on, take off. Come on, take off. Come on, take off. Now. Okay, how about... now. Nope. Okay. Now? No. Now? No! Now. No. Well, there we go. I did it. Haha. I did. Oh, although that's a bit dangerous. Do you want to know how I did it? Haha. Dun 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 bum bum ba dum bum ba dum dum dum. Thunderbird, triumphant Thunderbird music ensues. Not actual suing, not suing, but ensues. Dun da 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 dun 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 dun. Haha. I did a clever thing. Oh, someone... Was that, follow? Ah! Gniloid Chabur, like 9. Thank you very much for coming up. Right. So the thing I did was I retracted the landing gear slightly to give it a bit more of an upward angle, because the front landing gear doesn't retract. So it tilted a bit upwards, and that was enough to just launch, basically. So what biome are we on at the moment, though? Grasslands. And what was that before? I think that was grasslands as well. So I want to head over to... Let's see. Clouds are useful for visuals, but not for other things. Let's see if we can head over to... Because up here... You can't see it probably, but up here... So up here you can see grasslands. The second from the bottom on the right. Which is, I think, Kerbal Engineer. That adds this up here. Hey, that rhymed. So when that changes from grasslands to, I think, probably highlands? It should be over here someplace. Then we can attempt another landing, but I'm not sure how well that will go. Right now I can read a bit of chat. Imagine this theme. Alright. Oh, here we go. Buckle up, kids. Bats? Chilosaurus? I don't know. If it exists, I don't think it was that. Neat. Now land. Exactly. And I did! Haha! Audio up this time. How many lawnmowers did it take to mow the entire lawn here? Many. Wow. Imagine if good dirt, forest floor, and grass hill were ported to trains. Fun. Yes, let's extravehicular activity. Haha. Slow motioning. Yeah, I think the effects department forgot to disable the motion. Welcome aboard! Yes, welcome aboard. Gnylowi Chebureknine. It rhymed? Missed it. Oh well. Trace. Akylosaur. I don't think it was that. And yeah, these jet engines are so efficient. I mean, our fuel, if we look up here, so far we've used, from our liquid fuel, we start with 1,100, and at the moment we are at 1,070, well, 71. So we've used 29 units of liquid fuel. This will last us a long while. It doesn't, huh? Yeah. So when we get into Highlands, then we can attempt another landing. I don't have any parachutes. I should have probably packed parachutes. That would have been a smart idea. I did say it, but I wanted to test if it took off first of all, so... Might use it in one of my games then. Ah, go ahead. It sounds authentic, doesn't it? Yes, it does. If it does, I'll consider using it. Yes, it does sound authentic, so now you need to consider to use it, or using it. Also, looks a bit funny with one wheel at the front. It does. You're right, it does. You can see the little blinking lights, little green blinking lights on the side there. I'll turn them off for now, because that will add a little bit more lag. Thanks. Oi, Will, good. Come on, we're still over grasslands. Really, we're getting quite close to the mountains. Are we sure that this is... Maybe we need to fly over the mountains, and we'll see if there's maybe some guy with a silver nose behind them that we can learn a bit of science from, perhaps. Because I don't want to land this thing in the mountains, because it will not work. And this cannot land in the mountains, because well, it's not great. It's not good enough for that. So I want to land in the highlands. It's found a nice flat spot and land there. We could go over to the deserts, but that would take too long in this craft. It's not fast enough to really do that. But I think we can fly over the mountains and then maybe find some highlands beyond them, and then we can see what we can see. Actually, I suppose we could do a crew report flying over the mountains. That might be nice. Also log temperature maybe. Let's just open the bay doors. I should really put a light in here so I can actually see the experiments. Because we've reset the experiments, we can use the mystery goo as well on the over the mountains. Are we going to collide with that? I doubt it. There we go, that's the cab view. And with the mod I've got, I think it's a raster prop monitor, these buttons actually do work, some of them. There we go, yeah. So some of these buttons do work, and you can do things like set a target and set stuff on them and see readouts, which is nice. Oh, now we're in the highlands. Ah. Okay, well, we'll fly over the mountains anyway. See what we can glean, if that's the right word to use. It may have been raster or roster. I don't know. Oh, that light. Silver nose, eh? Hey, he. And wooden box robots jumping about. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be so weird. I don't know where anyone would get that from. Okay, well, now we're over the mountains. So, crew report. Oh, overwrite, no. I thought that, okay, well, maybe we can do multiple stuff? Let's do observe mystery goo. Let's do log temperature. Well, the temperature is got stuff, but the mystery goo doesn't. Okay, well that's fine. Let's just close all bay doors as we're crossing the mountains. That seems mildly terrifying, doesn't it? And I think there are probably some highlands over there. Would not want to hit this thing at really any speed. Okay, I want to... I mean, no, I'm not going to try landing here. That would be ridiculous. Let's see if we can get a bit further down without crashing. That's the important bit. And let's see if we can find a suitable place to land. Maybe down there. Oh, what did that say? Oh, look at that. Oh, there's the wormhole. Because there's a wormhole that the mod adds that goes to a different star system. And it's actually right there. You can see the text. The distant objects mod. Okay, let's actually cut power, because we're going quite fast. We're actually on the verge of breaking the sound barrier, which is not something that I want to do at the moment. Could we potentially land down here in this nice big flat bit there? Maybe. Maybe? Maybe? It would be nice. Ooh, that's not nice. That's definitely not nice. Ooh, why? Ooh, no. Why is that happening? Did we lose too much speed? I think we may have lost too much speed. Ooh, that was definitely not nice. That was the opposite of nice. That was terrifying. I think we need a bit of speed to actually get low enough for this. Also, it's in the shadow, but we've got the lights. We've got landing lights, so that should help. Hopefully. I mean, we are really descending quite quickly. I might need to take a little fly around first to find a good spot, or we could just try landing here. I mean, I've got a quick sight. Look, there we go. We've got the lights illuminating stuff. That's useful, especially since the stuff it's since the stuff it's illuminating is the ground. Although landing here seems a bit treacherous. Pull up, pull up, pull up. Terrain, dude, pull up. Pull up. Well, I mean, I could pull up, but this is highlands. This is right where we wanted to go, and this is reasonably flat. I guess I could do another pass, because we are getting quite close. But if we're doing another pass, then we're going to go downhill, and I don't want to go downhill doing that. Let's see if we can just bring it down here, because we are already going quite slowly. Come on. I mean, I doubt we'd be able to pull up anyway, seeing as how high up we need to go. We'd probably stall. So let's see if we can just about maybe touch down. I mean, this seems ridiculous. If this works, then I'll be as someone who piloted this properly. But maybe this is not going to work. Maybe it's not going to work. I mean, if we're going to glide over the mountain, that'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? But we are losing speed. That's good. Losing speed. About to touch down. Come on. And touchdown. Yes. Brakes. We need brakes. Now. Well, actually, maybe not now. Maybe now is a good idea to have brakes. What do you think? Yes, brakes. We may need to apply the thrust to... we need to apply the thrust to stop us from rolling down. That's important. That seems really important, actually. Yes. Let's see how much thrust do we need? Brakes are on. Let's see how much. Come on, we need more thrust. Okay, we don't want to accelerate like that. Okay. Okay, just keeping the thrust sort of here at at 2/3. Well, maybe a bit lower. Maybe that would also do. Maybe a third. Would a third do? Because it is pushing us upwards. I don't want that. Okay, that seems reasonable. Can I save? Quick saving, good. Okay, we're in the highlands. We've landed in the highlands. I mean, 10 out of 10 landing, really, isn't it? let's just take a screenshot of that. That might be useful. Oh, that wasn't good, because the shift key, of course, changed the throttle. No. Okay. So, now what? Well, turn off the lights. That just adds lag. Can we do a crew report from here, maybe? No, we need to overwrite it. That's not nice. Okay, well, sure. Open the bay. Open bay doors. And let's just try performing all signs. Perform all signs. Keep that. Keep that. Definitely keep that. That's not a lot of signs. I'll quick save here. And we can see, let's see if we can do a little bit of EVA. Theoretically, the throttle should stay on. Okay, EVA. Throttle's on, brakes are on. We are slowly moving up, that's concerning. Let's perform all signs here if we can. Okay, okay. And now let's get back in. Great. Going well so far. Let's get this. Let's toggle it. Let's put it back in. And we don't need to actually get the material stuff out, because we could just recover here. But I think I want to try flying back to the runway. I mean, if it doesn't go well, we can always just reload this quick save and do it here. So let's quick save here. Quick saving, yes. Quick save again. Good. And now let's try taking off, shall we? Throttle all the way on. And let's pull up and then brakes off. Come on, we've got plenty of thrust, and brakes off. No, we're rolling down the hill. That's not useful. Tell you what, with how difficult this plane is to actually take off. No, let's just recover it. Let's just recover it. Okay, here we go. Recover vessel. Yes, you'll have to hike over the mountains, but it'll be fine. Don't worry. That went better than I had expected. It went better than I had expected. I'll read chat when it's loaded. Okay. Well, we've got 72 science, which is quite a bit, which allows us to unlock some more stuff, which is useful. Let's just read a bit of chat now, shall we? This was fun. That was fun. Woodmore, yes. Also, Cabu? Yes. Thank you, Rooster? Or was it Raster? Wait, you don't know? Please keep body parts inside the craft at all times. Unless you are on an EVA. Raster prop monitor. Yes. As far as I know, yeah. What? Wormhole? Yes. If we look at the tracking station, there's a config to disable it, but I've left it enabled. So, I showed this before on the other KSP stream. If we zoom out, you can see we've got this system here, of course, our planets. But then, if we zoom out further, you can see we've got other systems. All these star systems here. If I go to this one, to Wilco, for example, you can see there's actually a neutron star. Look at that. We can visit this. We can actually visit it. It's only 1 kilometer in diameter, or radius, not sure which it is. But there are a couple of systems, 2 of them, I think. This one, for example, if we zoom in here, you can see it has a wormhole. This one. Not sure if we can actually... There we go. It's just a black hole, basically, just a black sphere. It's a wormhole. Oh, you can see actually space on there. That's interesting. A photo of space. So basically, if you fly in there, it will teleport you to another one, and it'll teleport you to another one. And there's one in the Kerbal system as well. So if you zoom in here, you can see this is the one in the Kerbal system. So to just make it a bit easier to get to. But it is, however, all the way out here. So it is very far away. Oh, is this? Yeah, it's very far away in terms of planets. But it's much closer than in terms of interstellar space. But again, only 2 of the systems, as far as I'm aware, have wormholes leading to them, so we will need to build proper interstellar craft if we ever get to that stage, which I highly doubt. But we've got the parts, because we've got the near future, all of that stuff. We've got the warp plugin, which is the interstellar mod stuff. We've got the far future technologies as well. So now let's read more chat. Pull up, oh, rock! But not with pull-ups, please! Ooh, here we go! Brakes! XD, brilliant! Absolutely and positively brilliant! XD looks a tad like a fly on a wall. True. XD, yes. Lol. 11 out of 11 landing right there. Yeah, this one goes up to 11. Yorkshire action. Action, yes, Yorkshire action. No, accent. Shoot the door! If that's Yorkshire. I don't know what Yorkshire accent sounds like. Anyways, let's try taking off, shall we? Bob Kerman. Bob Kerman, sigh of relief. Better than I'd expected as well. Wall! As wall. Yeah. Fly on a wall. What do you mean? 'Twas fun indeed. Oh yeah, true. Remember. To Wilco! Still funny. Wilco, I know. Would be more interesting if the wormholes normals were flipped. But yeah, true. Let's have a look at what we can unlock with our science that we've gained. Well, we could go to the deserts and do stuff like that. Well, okay, let's see. We can get advanced rocketry, which gives us all new engines, bigger fuel tank. That's very useful. We can get general construction again, which gives us the landing clamps, which are useful. However, not necessary, I feel, at this point. I'm going to do this. I want to try to do this a bit quickly. But these things, which are good, but again, I mean, they might be useful. They might be good for going to other biomes, because that will allow us to go a bit more quickly. This, not really needed at the moment. RCS is useful again. But we've got reaction control systems. The thing. That's okay. This adds a lot of stuff. This adds science as well, which is useful. But we could unlock it. But it doesn't add that much science. It adds the RPWS antenna, which I'm not sure in which environment this has to be used. Not for use during atmospheric flight or surface deployment, so it has to be used in space. So I'm not going to unlock that so far. This has docking stuff and the ladder, which is useful. We've got lots of antennas and stuff, separators. That would be useful for probes. Very useful for probes. Anyway, this has got the relays, which are... I'm not sure if these are for power. Probably not for power. Probably for just range, antennas, all sorts of stuff for comms, basically. Okay. Advanced electronics. I mean, we've got a drill. We can get a power drill. The electric screwdriver, which is useful for building stuff and stuff like that. This has science. Log irradiance scan can only be used from high orbit. It has. We've got megajoule capacitors, which are useful, but not at the moment. It's got normal capacitors. Oh, it's got the bigger solar panels. Those would be useful as well. But we can't even unlock that, so I don't know why I'm looking at it. This has got the big RCS tanks and fuel tanks and stuff. That could be very useful as well. Tell you what, since we're doing planes at the moment, let's see. I would say either do the advanced rocketry, which gives us more engines, which it gives us the Terrier, which is... It's got a higher ISP, which means specific impulse, which means it's basically more efficient. So, for example, the engines up here, if I remember correctly. I may be misremembering. I think that's how that works. Anyway, that would give us those things. What should I go for? Okay, let's have a look. I'm just gonna go for the bigger. Sure. Let's go for the more aerodynamic stuff, because that will give us engine mounts, adapters, faster engines, so we can explore to the desert. We might be able to, well, we would probably be able to get to the mountains, so we can probably do a stop at the mountains. If we can get to the desert, we can explore that, and maybe desert highlands as well, if that's a biome. I don't know, I'm not sure. Because the next real step for rocketry would probably be to get into an orbit of the moon. And I don't think, I mean, maybe if we unlock this, we could get there. Oh, that's only 45. Oh, well, that changes things. Oh, we can get 2. If we do these, I didn't spot that. You didn't tell me. Okay, in that case, we'll get advanced rocketry as well as general construction, because that will give us struts, and struts are important. So general construction unlocked, advanced rocketry unlocked. There we go. So now we've got these ones we can continue to unlock, which will give us lots more engines. Basically, over here, it'll give us landing engines, that sort of stuff. It'll give us a baguette for some reason. Fuel systems, so many more good fuel tanks and stuff. But that will have to wait. Probably. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, right, of course. Baguette? Yes, baguette. You can see here. The baguette external tank. As convenient as it is fashionable, this part actually won a modern art design prize. It's basically a cylinder. Well, a capsule. Which is surprisingly fitting. So, with that, let's exit the game. I think we can just exit normally, and it'll save. Also, to anyone who sees this, please type so in chat. Okay, great, thanks. Well, I can say that I've enjoyed today's stream quite a lot. Trace, work lamp. Baguette or baguette? Wow, XD, sure. It is just baguette. Yeah, it's just baguette. That was a lot of fun. So, yes, ... Thank you. So, what? Kerbal is a good time. Yeah, it is. And surprisingly, I'm still so surprised that worked. First of all, I'm surprised that that I managed to take it off. Well, that I managed to land it on the grass. Secondly, that I was able to take it off from the grass, and thirdly, that I was able to land in the highlands. Right. Oh, say so, of course. Please type so in chat and then so, of course, yeah, I get it now. Kerbal is, yeah. Did you read the butter message as well? I did. So, that's it. Thank you all very much for watching. This stream will be archived. Have a look at Kango Fango. He streams on Sundays, so have a look at his streams as well, maybe. Also, if you play trains, have a look on the download station for Central Europe, as well as Contrailways. And I just uploaded my Pilsbergbahn mountain railway, which I have actually already approved the upload. So it's been uploaded. I started the upload today. I submitted it, and then I've approved it. So it should be there either tonight or tomorrow, probably. So that's exciting. That's the 100th Trains live stream special route that I made. It's only a short one, about 12 kilometers, but it's scenic. Shorties, yeah, great piloting right there. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the shout out. You've uploaded it? Neat. Thanks again for the gift. You're welcome. So, bye everybody. Have a good night. What's left of it? Look out for trains. Exactly. Thanks, man. Well, thank you for watching. Yeah, that sign, look out for trains, yes. Yep, that one, XD. Right, so I guess that's it. Everybody said bye, so bye. See yous, indeed.